Yo, everybody, what is up? What is good, YouTube? We are back again with another video. It's your boy, PJ, Maniac the God. And, here to talk about One Piece. Of course, this is what this channel is here for me to talk about One Piece. Until I find more things I want to talk about. We're here for the review of chapter 1057. Officials came out. There wasn't too many differences, not really much I want to get into. Just want to talk about the chapter, how I felt reading it, and all that type of stuff. So let's get straight into it. First off, subscribe to the channel, like the video, help me boost my channel so we can have more conversations. Give me more motivation to make these videos. You know, if I'm sitting here talking to myself, I'm like, it's whatever. But if I know I have a fan base that's waiting for me to drop some videos, we'll get some more videos out there, boost the quality, all that type of stuff. So, subscribe to the channel, like the video, help me boost the algorithm. I'm just gonna go through the chapter. I made some notes, but I'm just really gonna go through the chapter, spit my thoughts, like a first take type video for the review. First off, we start with, again, we just have an announcer telling the story. Like I said in my live reaction, I think it's Denjiro. Where's my necklace? What did I do with my necklace? I don't know. I don't care. We'll figure that out later. Actually, no. I think this is actually the person here that's saying it. He was talking like he's Denjiro, like the way he was hyping himself up towards the end. But I didn't really give too much credence to this. I guess, I don't know if this is just like a Wano Kabuki play thing, have someone narrate it, or if it's like this at the end of all the arcs. Once again, Wano is my first arc. I have finished reading weekly. I caught up to One Piece while the raid was about to start, like right during the Oden flashback is when I caught up to One Piece. So I'm new. I don't know if this is how they always end arcs with somebody narrating, but I didn't really feel for it. It was just reminded me of that Avatar: Last Airbender episode when they went to go watch the play about like all their adventures in the Fire Nation. Little bias thrown into there, but it's just like we just watched all this happen. I didn't really need a recap, but it's cool or whatever. First part of the chapter that was significant to me was the fact that the whole forest, like Udon, is a whole forest now. They even say in the title box, forest near Tokage Port, Udon, which is crazy. Like Green Bull's power is really strong, because I don't think he meant to do any of this on purpose. The way he was talking about Wano, he wasn't trying to help them folk out. So the fact that he can do all this unintentionally, crazy. And then the pain of Yamato not joining the crew. I was about to say leaving, but she's actually staying. We're leaving. And I mean, yeah, Yamato's pretty. I know a lot of people in the fan base were like, oh, y'all just wanted Yamato to join because of her side boob and all that. And if I did, still a reason to want her to join. Still a reason to be mad at how this ended. But I wasn't even mad at that, because I'm cool with the Straw Hats we got now. Getting someone new and strong would be cool, especially someone who looks good and would give us like that pre-time skip feel, because she's never been outside of Wano, so everything would be new to her. Same way it was to Oden, like just amazed by everything. And that's something I've missed about One Piece, just being amazed by everything we see. I haven't felt like we get that a little bit when we get to a new arc, new island and all that, but it doesn't hit the same way it used to. And I feel like she would help it hit the same way it used to. But she's staying. And more than me being mad that she's not coming, I'm more mad about how it was handled. Because like I said, I think it was like 2 chapters ago when Carrot wasn't joining, I said it was bad writing. It didn't really make sense. Well, in my opinion, bad writing. I can't, bad and good is subjective, but as far as I'm concerned, this was like bad writing. I could understand if she was like, hey, I saw Green. I know, like, I didn't talk about this in my other reviews, but I realized that the Scabbards and the people who are fighting Green Bull don't realize that Shanks was the reason why he left. They think it was because of Momo, and I think Denjiro said that, when they were talking to Kinemon about like where were you, he was like, oh, thanks to Momonosuke's bravery. So they don't know that it wasn't. That it was it's Momo that made Green Bull go away. So to say like, oh, I'm staying behind because I seen like we got strong people, I guess that really wouldn't work because they think that they're strong enough to, you know, deter any strong people. But I would like it a lot more if she said, hey, I understand like y'all want to defend this country, but I want to defend it too. I'll go out to sea someday, but right now I feel like we should be rebuilding the country and I would like to help with that. Something like that would make me feel like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But her reasoning was that Oden started his journey with a tour of Wano. Oden started his journey with a tour of Wano because he had nowhere else to go. The second Whitebeard pulled up, he's like, oh, a pirate ship? Let me hop on that guy. I'm out of here. Yamato has her chance to get out of here. And she just doesn't. And a tour around Wano will take all of 2 weeks at most. If you're just actually trying to tour it, it would take like 2 weeks. But she's decided to set out to delay her whole adventure, delay her whole set out to sea for a 2-week tour. I don't get it. Don't like the reasoning. But, you know, I'm just a fan. I'm just a reader. It is what it is. Just gotta take it. Take what they give us and, you know, rock out with it. But I don't like how he handled Carrot. I don't like how he handled Yamato. If it was between the reason we got or them joining the crew, I'd rather have Carrot on the crew. I don't want Carrot on the crew versus the writing that we got. I just feel like didn't try. Got lazy. Like, I've been watching a lot of other people's live reactions and reviews. They came up with so many ideas or different reasonings of why Yamato could have stayed, why Carrot could have stayed. But the reasons we got were just like, whatever. So that's how I feel about it now. Whatever. Next part of the chapter, I get that we're like leaving and all, but a page and a half of flashbacks. Let me go to the vid, see how long it actually was, because it felt longer than that when I was reading. Yeah, it's nearly 2 whole pages. Like the last 2 panels on the second page was something different. It was back to present time, but 2 whole pages of flashbacks feels real Toei animation. Which is crazy because then when Toei animates this chapter, they're gonna have to find even more flashbacks and even more filler to go into it because Oda's filling us up with the flashbacks and filler. But I mean, it was cool to see like how much Luffy was a catalyst in Momonosuke's growth. Like, we all knew it, but to be able to see it was just like, okay, yeah, he's really, like, he really means a lot to him. And like how Luffy said when he finally see him, I see you like a little brother. You can really tell that bond that they got. I do think that was nice. Like, this is the only part of the chapter that I liked for real. Momonosuke pulling up on Luffy and them, and just how they were talking, their interactions, and seeing Momo like these past couple chapters I've been talking about, oh, I love Momonosuke's growth and development, how he's becoming like a proper shogun and all. So you're able to see like the little kid side still pop out when he's around people he's comfortable around. It was nice to see because, I mean, he still is 8 years old. Like, even though he has to, you know, put on to be the shogun, mentally he's still 8 years old. So to see that he still has that 8-year-old inside of him is still pretty nice. And Luffy flexing the Yonko muscle. Like, he knows officially, this chapter and last chapter, he knows that he's one of them guys. Like, Morgan's been calling him that since Whole Cake Island, but he's really flexing it now. Like, yo, raise my flag. Folk got beef with all of us, which was the approach Whitebeard should have had when Kaido took out Oden, but we don't gotta go there. Luffy has official territory, big Yonko status, and letting other people know that he got that big Yonko status. I can't wait for a cover page story we get, even if it's just like one cover, some pirates pulling up to Wano and seeing the Straw Hat flag, like, oh, we gotta go. Because Luffy and them boys is not the ones to mess with no more. They were for a long time, but it's official. Luffy is a great pirate, Emperor of the Sea, and like he's really him. Himothy, Hemi Neutron, Hemi Turner, all that stuff. I don't. Every time I see the panel, Luffy saying, "If anyone wants to, any of y'all want to be pirates, I'll come back for you." It just boils my blood. Why is Yamato not leaving? I said it was whatever about Yamato not leaving. I guess I lied. I still want her on the crew. But it is cool to see the Straw Hat gang. Like, you got a couple panels with just like all the Straw Hats hanging around. I pray Carrot's not hiding on the ship somewhere. I might actually cry in my live review next week if I see some Carrot. If I see Carrot hiding on the ship. Nah, but also, I lied. That was not the only part of the chapter I liked, because I do like anytime Luffy, Kid, and Law are interacting. Because they're all so stupid, and just seeing them and their kiddish nature, just goofing around with each other. Like, yeah, they're adults, they're pirates, powerful pirates who just took down emperors, but they're still goofy. They're still them. And that's like what One Piece is. Yeah, it's serious, a lot of serious theme going on, a lot of serious stuff happening. It's one of the most goofy shows I've ever watched. Goofy pirate manga. And these three, their interactions just show that really well, in my opinion. And we got more of the narrator, not narrator, but, I guess it is a narrator of the little show play that they're talking about, the end of the raid stuff, like recapping it. And this is the main part that I was waiting for the viz to come out. Because Hiyori is just out of pocket. I understand she's mad. She has every right to be mad. She went through some shit. But Orochi went through some shit. And because he went through some shit, Wano went through some shit. And in the viz, it does change it from the Kurozumi that was born to burn to just Kurozumi was born to burn. So you can get like more of the indication that it was just about Orochi. But Wano citizens might not like latch onto that. Like, I know this is all like fiction and stuff. But like, Orochi was a shogun for like 25, 26 years, something like that. And if I was the shogun and I was the last of my clan, I'll be making sure my clan, continued. And Orochi was always with the hoes. Like, anytime you see him, it was or on his left or on his right, girls getting drunk in front of him. I'm sure that there are a bunch of little Kurozumi on the way. And if Wano citizens see this, the Kurozumi were born to burn, take it out of context, just gonna do the exact same thing that the old Wano citizens did to the Kurozumi. Give birth to another Orochi, keep the cycle of hatred going. And I just want some type of resolution to that, because what was the point of all of this? We're just gonna keep the same thing going along. Keep the same negative messages and propaganda that got us in this shithole in the first place. So hopefully Goat Momonosuke will come up with some like anti-this propaganda. Because even if it is just Kurozumi was born to burn because his last name means charcoal, it's still not something you want to say to the whole Wano population. Especially if there are more Kurozumi out there. Those are all my thoughts on this chapter, though. It was pretty good. I lied. Not all my thoughts on this chapter. Raizo is still fat. And his head is still big. I said it in one of my live reactions. I think it was 10:55 before. Whenever Green Bull... No, it was the last chapter, I think. Yeah, last chapter when Shinobu popped back up. I was like, yo, Raizo should be skinny, should be handsome too, because he went on the same thing she did. No. They did Raizo bad. Head's still fat. He's still a little chunky. Gave him the short end of the stick. But this panel with all the Scabbards and Wano people is pretty nice. And I know we're going to see them all again. Probably like when Carrot and Momonosuke pull up to the final war. But that's so long without Yamato and Momo. And that's tough. However, great chapter. Not a great chapter. Good chapter. Great arc. Excited for what's coming next. These are my thoughts on the chapter. Let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know what y'all thinking. If I missed anything and y'all thought it was important, let me know in the comments. If I said something you don't agree with, let me know in the comments. I just want to talk to y'all. It's the whole point of these videos. I'm out here studying these chapters, analyzing, putting together my thoughts so we can have some discussion. So if you're watching this, made it this far, make sure you like the video, subscribe for more content, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think so we can talk. It's your boy PJ. Catch you on the flip side.